Hey everyone, so today what we're going to do is we're going to see what I'm producing for power on my Wahoo here, and I have power pedals on so we can see what I'm producing, and we're going to see what the alternator is making. Okay, so the whole system's active right now, no power going out, but I'm currently using 212 watts. So that means that we have 110 in just friction without anything hooked up to the alternator. And then we have about another 100 watts of just lost power between the alternator charging the battery and running power through the cables, wires, whatnot. So it's about a 200, 210 watt system just for a loss before I actually can make any power being produced outwards. With just the AC trouble light going. It's a 60 watt bulb. Okay, so loaded up, that's almost 700 watts right now. 690, 680. So it's a little bit harder with load on it.
Here is the mess of the wiring that we have for the bike generator. I'm going to try to explain it as best I can. So this is an exciter alternator. It has an internal regulator, and it doesn't need to be hooked up to the battery, but we do have it hooked up to the battery now just for part 3 of the video. So the white wire here goes to the voltmeter. This brown wire goes to the DC lights. This purple wire goes up to the multimeter, which I'll show you in a second. This is the ground, and this goes to the positive for the battery. This is the shunt, which is part of the multimeter for the DC power. So the ground from the alternator comes in and then goes out to the battery. The other 3 wires, that are hooked up to it go up to the multimeter, which I can show you the back of. Right there. This is the AC multimeter, and we've got it wired with what's called a CT, and we've wired it up wrong a couple of times because we didn't know that you're only supposed to run one of the AC wires through, which we now have. And from the video you'll see that it actually is measuring current now. Inverter and we have the positive and negative coming off of the battery and going into the back.
So for anyone wondering why we went so complicated with the AC and DC multimeters, the battery, and et cetera, the power pedals and whatnot. It's purely to show everybody, including ourselves, now that we've been working on it and figured it out, just where the power loss is and how much I can actually produce, if it's even practical at all, which, as cheap as electricity is, it's really not practical other than just sort of a fun toy and working out. But it's been good. I got a sweat on now, so I guess it's been a good day and we got to test it out. So part 3 is going to be seeing if I can power a TV, and we're going to throw a movie or a TV show on and see if I can actually produce enough power to run a TV and for how long. We'll see you in the next one.